So reports are saying that the president responded to this announcement by saying he's disappointed, that it's a disgrace even, and that he doesn't even have the words to express his frustration. So what are your thoughts? I know we're getting reports prior to this that the Durham report likely no indictments, no report would be coming before the election, but now it seems a little more confirmed.
Yeah, I'm terribly disappointed in Durham. And frankly, if the report came out now, I don't know what difference it would make. He's been working on his investigation since April of 2019. This should have come out in plenty of time before the election so the American voter could factor in this incredible abuse of our intelligence agencies to target a political candidate when they voted in 2020. And frankly, the president's fed up. There's been so much foot dragging. There have been so many delays in getting the truth out to the American people. I don't blame him being upset.
And if I want to try and put at least a optimistic spin, we could try and say that the Durham report is being pushed back because they've stumbled upon more evidence that they need to investigate. We know that the Clinton Foundation recently got pulled into some of the investigations here with Durham. However, I do believe that's being overly optimistic because every time we've become optimistic before, it always seems to be we seem to be losers at the end almost. It's always just wait for this report, just wait for this hearing, and yet nothing seems to be getting done. We're now hearing reports that perhaps the CIA director, a Trump appointee, Gina Haspel, may be one of those figures blocking, withholding a lot of this evidence, a lot of this information that we need. We know the former DNI, Dan Coates, also a lot of reports that he was also standing in the way. What's going on there, even with Trump appointees blocking a lot of this evidence from coming forward?
Well, I was disappointed in Coates because he was not an intelligence community careerist, and he seemed to fall in with them in trying to protect the bureaucracy. And Gina Haspel's a good person, but I think she's made a decision to support the bureaucracy ahead of the president. There's unfortunately a tradition within these intelligence agencies not to be too helpful to Republican presidents because the Democrats will punish them. If Haspel handed a bombshell that would help President Trump, she knows that the top Democrats in the Senate Intelligence Committee and the House Intelligence Committee would punish her. And this is why the president really should have put more reliable non-intel careerist allies to head these agencies to make sure that they were run honestly and that they would not defer to protecting the bureaucracy versus being transparent and serving the American people.
So we do know that the DNI, the current DNI, Ratcliffe, he did recently declassify some evidence that really does vindicate a lot of what you were saying the last time you were here on this program when we were talking about Russian intel that Hillary Clinton may have been the one to start planting the seeds of tying President Trump or candidate Trump at the time to Russia to take some of the heat off of herself and the email scandal that was all abuzz in 2016. And now we're seeing that there was at least enough evidence for the CIA director at the time, John Brennan, to brief President Obama about that. We see the initials JC also in those memos, so perhaps the FBI director, James Comey, was also there. Are you feeling vindicated?
Well, I'm feeling vindicated, but I think the evidence has been clear for a long time that this happened. We now have a smoking gun, and the media doesn't care. We have notes from John Brennan that he tried to brief the scandal to the president and that there was a referral to the FBI. Brennan's now writing off saying, oh, well, that's just politics. It really didn't matter. Well, it did matter, Kara. This was a real abuse of the FBI and the CIA. And if it was any other president at any other time, it would be on the front page of the New York Times every day. The problem is the mainstream media, their only purpose in life right now is defeating Donald Trump, and they just don't care.